Absolute power equals absolute boredom. It's as simple as that. The Wachowskis effectively wrote themselves into a corner. This is seriously one of the most perfect, awesome, and badass endings I have ever seen. It sends chills down my spine every time I watch it, even just listening to the score. Your main character just became a superhero, or a god. What else more is there to say? This is why the ending of the first film should have been just that, an ending. You can't really go anywhere after it, so you're left with a couple of options. 1. Take Neo's power away. This is a bad option because you're basically just undoing everything that happened in the first film. 2. Make the story about someone other than Neo. If they really wanted to go this route with Neo's unlimited power, then Reloaded and Revolutions shouldn't have been about Neo. Perhaps it's more about Morpheus or Trinity, or hell, make it about this guy. Yeah, we know this character blows, but we'll get to that later in our Revolutions analysis. 3. Make the story about Neo, but add random limitations to his power. This is the option that they took. Sure, Neo is powerful as hell in these films, but there's a confusion as to what he can and cannot do. Frankly, they don't establish what his powers are. From the first film, his powers seem unlimited. Morpheus even said,
"When the Matrix was first built, there was a man born inside who had the ability to change whatever he wanted, to remake the Matrix as he saw fit."
So, what you're telling me is that the one has...
But ignoring the world-breaking Ubermensch powers such as stopping or reversing time, teleportation, etc., there were a lot of things Neo could have done in the immediate plot, but for some reason chose not to. So let's call this section Things Neo Could Have Done. 1. Neo could have hunted down the agents one by one, thus giving the hackers the advantage. 2. Neo could have used his swan dive trick on the Smiths. 3. Neo could have flown away from the Smiths at any time, but I guess he wanted to have a cool fight scene first. 4. Neo could have disarmed the bombs in the Merovingians' building. And along those lines, 5. Neo could have threatened to detonate the bombs after the Merovingian refused to hand over the Keymaker. 6. Neo could have launched the bullets back at the Merovingians' minions, killing all of them, and giving him a chance to help Morpheus and Trinity. We already saw that he can use the Force with the size. What's stopping him from pushing objects back? 7. Neo could have used his super speed and flying to get to the doors faster. I'm having Phantom Menace flashbacks here. 8. Neo could have stopped Smith's bullets from killing the Keymaker, though I guess you could argue he was busy flying Morpheus through the door. 9. Neo could have resurrected the Keymaker, like he does the Trinity later on. What's Neo's problem? Is he just not in love with him?
It was meant to be. I'm not letting go. I love you too damn much.
10. Neo could have stopped Trinity using his telekinesis instead of catching her and shattering her entire skeleton with his Mach 8 midair catch. Seriously, look at that. I think she has a better chance of surviving hitting the car below her. So yeah, these are all things Neo could have done. I mean, fuck's sake, Neo, are you Jesus Christ or not? Well, I guess he works in mysterious ways, right? So, joke's on me.
Also, with this kind of power, Neo is no longer a vessel for the audience. The fish out of water thing doesn't really work here anymore. His vacant expression, wooden line delivery, and bullet point dialogue are in full bloom, and makes his previous performance look like Shakespeare.
In this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest man.
No, wait, I take it back. Point is, he's no longer a relatable protagonist, and instead, we're watching things happen to a guy that we knew from the previous movie. Neo acts more machine-like than ever, and how ironic. I guess the machines won after all. If there's one common complaint about The Matrix Reloaded, it's that the last 20 minutes are unbelievably confusing. Namely the infamous architect scene. There is yet another scene in the film that confuses everybody, but this one can be better covered in our Revolutions review, so just sit tight for that one. So, the architect. First off, the language he uses is on a needlessly high level. Of course, this is to illustrate the high level of intelligence and control that the architect has, but it's confusing as hell. Now, normally this could be ignored, but this is the most crucial scene of the entire film. And this comes after nearly 2 hours of numerous character introductions and exhausting action. By this point, the audience is very tired. Not only that, but do you remember this scene?
So we need machines and they need us.
They had a scene as sophomoric as that, followed by this.
While it remains a burden assiduously avoided, it is not unexpected and thus not beyond a measure of control.
It begs the question, who the hell did they think their audience was? Are they smart or dumb? You have to know your audience. Challenging them is fine, but going from spoon-feeding to brain-teasing just doesn't work.
Even still, his delivery is at a rapid pace that requires a translation. So we present to you the cliff notes for this crucial scene. Prepare to have your mind blown. The first Matrix was a perfect world, and it failed. The second was closer to reality, but still failed. So the Oracle added the missing element of free will, or choice, which allowed the pod people to accept the reality better, or reject it outright. Neo is an anomaly that naturally occurs within the Matrix, and it has occurred before. There have been 5 previous versions of the Matrix as it appears now. Neo is anomaly number 6. No matter what, Zion will be eradicated by the machines. So the Savior prophecy is a lie. What's really going on is that there is a cycle where Zion is built by freed minds. After some time, the One emerges and is led by a false prophecy to the Source. Within the Source, the One will naturally choose to repopulate Zion. Zion is then eradicated, repopulates, the Matrix resets, and the cycle begins anew. Lather, rinse, repeat. Now, here is where the present story matters. Neo is different from the other ones because he has fallen in love with Trinity. The previous anomalies chose to repopulate Zion, but Neo risks all of humanity for the sake of one person's life. Yikes! This is a mind-blowing revelation, and it changes the course for everything. But the main question is, did any of you get that upon the first viewing? How about the second? It honestly took switching on the subtitles and doing internet research to figure out this plot.
This is where the films truly fail the audience. Symbolism and subtlety is one thing, but straight up hiding the core of your story underneath heavy-handed action, pointless filler, and cryptic dialogue is another. The first film ended on such a high note. We watched as Neo went from an unassuming nobody to the most powerful being in the Matrix. We watched him overcome challenges that were almost impossible to overcome. We watched as he made the decision to stand and fight against Agent Smith when he had only ever been told to run away. So when we get to the end and we see him stop those bullets and defeat Smith without even trying, we're about as happy and excited for a character as you can be. In Reloaded, we were just left confused as we attempted to puzzle out the meaning of the story. And with that, we've basically summed up The Matrix Reloaded. Will any of these plot twists and questions come to a close in Revolutions? Well, yes and no. Stay tuned for the final entry as we delve into the Matrix Revelations. I mean, god damn it!
Is it over?
No, Smith. Honestly, it's only just begun.
No, it's not fair.